what's going on, everyone? From Cyberflix, 1996's Titanic, Adventure Out of Time, Cyberflix Incorporated. By the way, we have a no commentary version of this playthrough. Check it out on this channel, just search for it. It should be on there. But anyway, this is kind of fun. You can take a tour of the version of the Titanic they set up in this game, but let's just explore in the context of the game. So we're diving right in. So you might be thinking, April 14th, 1942.
London has endured another night
Wait,
of German bombing.
wait for it.
Most damage was concentrated in the East
We have a model of the Titanic. What if the whole game was just us being... It was just about a guy who was really obsessed with the history of the Titanic.
In Russia, further
It took place during World War II.
Around Leningrad. In Asia,
Have a nice little model here.
Fortress at Corregidor is still
Memories.
defiant, but Japanese forces
That's memories?
nearing the Burmese
I mean, we have established that we're
And that
obsessed with the
concludes
Titanic.
news summary. We now return you to our music
1,250 perish out of the 2,000 some passengers, I think. Make sure that we got the level right here. Get the subtitles on. Adventure game, so let's save early and save often. I'm going to call our character Mr. Nobody, because I'm not sure if we have a name. I think we're good otherwise. I should mention there's only subtitles certain parts of the game, so if you're like, how come I don't see any subtitles? They will show up. Huh? We have a visitor. Maybe it's someone to...
Time you're awake. You're 2 weeks late with the rent.
Oh, that's...
War or no war, a tenant in arrears is not a tenant I'll put up with. You don't pay by today, it's the street. I promise.
London has endured another
A land baron lady threatening to throw me out. Alright, that's not Titanic related.
Sneaking out, are you? Want me money?
I don't know why this makes me laugh so much.
They said you was important. Not now, you're just old and broke.
Old and broke. If only, well, hold on. Let's get some more context before I say anything else. Hindenburg ticket right here. So this was 5 years in the past. I think they planned on making a sequel to this game, which took place on the Hindenburg, but that didn't come to fruition, for what it's worth. His Majesty's government regrets to inform you that your services in the Office of the Secret Service are no longer needed. Termination to be effective immediately. So we're... Oh, and that was just a few months after the Titanic went down. Maybe because my obsession with the Titanic just took over and I was no longer, you know... I got replaced by James Bond, essentially.
See here. This isn't about your dedication. Pringle certainly attests to your loyalty. No, your dismissal stems from the Titanic mission.
Damn it.
That failure can no longer be ignored. Especially now. I am sorry. But someone must shoulder the blame. The service, you understand.
Can't we?
We can't be held responsible.
Can't we blame the iceberg? You can't put it on me. I was one of, 2,000 passengers. At least say it was mostly the iceberg. At least give the iceberg a little bit of the blame. That's all I'm saying. Death card. So our life is just a bummer, basically. Ooh, but the new issue of Peak just arrived. I like that. Brave New World. Ooh, Airport Depths. Fly Girl Kristen Harder. Anyway. Alright, I'm sneaking out. Huh? What? Uh-oh. Bad day to be in England, I guess. Day of the bombings. Or one of the many days of the bombings. Well, we still kill that landlady. Oh my god! Kind of a lazy way to get into it, but here we go. We are going back in time.
The past, forever locked in regret. But what if the past could be changed?
Ask myself that every day. Oh, I'll get used to that wavy effect on text in this game.
30 years have come and gone since the night that saw the end of the world, my world. The service needed someone on the Titanic. They chose me. I was to wait for a signal from my contact, so I remained in my cabin. I left only once Georgia was on board. And that's when it came. There'd be no second chance. It was Sunday, April 14th. Too late, you see, for the Titanic, for me. What if I'd met with my contact, prevented disaster? What if the past could be changed? What then?
What if we just kind of turn the steering wheel? 1996, just to remind you of the graphics. I don't know, I think this looks kind of cool. This is not FMV, this is like 4 frame V, something like that. Like, they took like 10 frames of every actor and just kind of, you know, did some stop motion. April 14th. Here we go. All right, so we're in our cabin on the Titanic. And we got some stuff. Got a bag. Sound effect isn't necessary. Oh no, my landlady tracked me. She went back in the past. I still want my money. Trying to go back 30 years, are ya? The rent is due. Man. How'd they rig up water? Fresh water. On demand like that on this ship. And then a fish comes out. Oh, okay. There you go. That mystery is solved. One thing at a time. Oh, it's our... Oh, so maybe that wasn't a parting gift that they gave me when I was fired. All right. Well, whoever that is, they can wait. Let's take a peek. Meet me tonight on the deck at Tell No One, Georgia. Okay. All right, so we'll keep that meeting. Maybe we can change the past. I say that so casually. Yeah, maybe we'll change the past. Save the Titanic. Ooh. That's a pretty decent menu right there. Waldorf pudding. French ice cream. Punch romaine. Filet mignon. All right. Oh, can we open this up? Yes, we can. We have a key. We can investigate or examine. We have a steamer trunk key, and I believe we have a steamer trunk. Whoever's outside must have given up. Confidential. Those darn Germans. Those pesky Nazis. Yeah, they're taking over. It's not looking good. They have Germany, obviously. That'd be weird if they didn't have Germany. And Austria-Hungary. And Serbia's starting to change colors, if that's what that means. Maybe it's just, you know, and then we got the allies on either side. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Is that all we got? Can I look at my secret report? Neutral, yeah. U.S. famously, the United States, famously out of it in 1942, but that was about to change. Well, part of not 1942, World War I, 1912. Yeah. First World War. All right, so if you want to, like, pause the video, have at it. This is, you know, getting you up to speed on the events which led to World War I, I suppose. There you go. Here's your history lesson for the day. The rest of this is not going to hold up in terms of history. Gold Tone! See what we got on demand here.
His Majesty's government has assigned an agent of the Crown to rendezvous with you on board the Titanic. Remain in your cabin until your contact gives you further instructions. After completion of all your assignments on board, book passage to remain on the ship and return to Southampton for your next assignment. For a more in-depth report of the international situation in the spring of 1912, please review the white paper included as part of this briefing. That is all.
Can't wait.
His Majesty's government has assigned an agent of the Crown to rendezvous with you on board the Titanic.
Georgia?
Remain in your cabin until your contact gives you further instructions. After completion of all your assignments on board, book passage to remain on the ship and return to Southampton.
Anything else going on in here? Oh, we can swap these out. What do we got here? Lovely music. Stuff my orders. All right, let's see who wants to hang out. Can I open any of these other drawers? Coding machine. All right, we'll come back to that. First things, all right, good lord. Let's tell this lady we don't have her money already.
Good evening. I am Smethels, your
Smethels.
steward. And, if I may say so, it is good to see you up and about. You've been in your cabin the whole voyage. A touch of the mal de mer, was it?
The sick of the sea. What's Maldemar? Nah, I'm cool.
Seasickness can be quite unpleasant, especially if it's one's first crossing.
Think a
Since you
big
haven't
ship
been
like
out of your
this, though.
cabin, may I instruct you on how to get assistance while on board the Titanic?
Sure.
Very good. We of the White Star Line hope that your stay on board Titanic is as relaxing as possible. As you explore the ship, please bear in mind the following advice. The mouse is your hands, the keys your feet. If you find the screen too dark or too bright, follow the directions on the control screen help panel or consult your manual
Fourth
on
wall,
adjusting your
Smethers.
monitor. To find the control panel
Smethels.
help and other features,
Trying to say
click on the
Smithers.
life preserver at the bottom of the screen. The control panel has a help button, as well as a quit and save game feature.
Save game
You may
feature.
also adjust
What
the volume.
sorcery are we talking about,
Test
Smethels?
the settings by clicking on the black knob. You may also switch the theme music on or off.
I
After
noticed.
making any adjustments, click OK to return to your current game. Wandering the ship, if you notice a hand, it indicates something to click on. May I suggest you do so?
I've had a
Several
lovely
personal
time with
items
it.
in your room, a brown satchel, and a pocket watch are quite useful to you during your voyage. Take them.
You're
with you.
unusually well
You shall
informed,
want to
Smethels.
converse with other passengers. If you fail to understand them, click on their face. They will repeat their last
Touch
sentence.
their face.
The purser. His office is on C deck, just off the forward grand stairs. The elevator, or lift as we call it, has an attendant who can direct you to various sections of the lifts are located behind the
Otherwise,
forward
like
grand
the last
staircase.
line is cutting off.
Lastly, you may always find me by returning to your cabin, C-73, and ringing the bell to the right of the door. Your correspondence. 2,200 on board, and they all want messages delivered promptly. Even if it is 1912, and the Titanic, the most advanced means of sea conveyance ever devised, I still have only two hands.
They should have taken that into consideration.
2,200 on
Yeah,
board.
I gotcha. Meet
They
me
all
by the
want
electric
messages
camel
delivered
now.
Promptly.
PP?
Here, a map of the ship for you.
This is King's Quest 6
Compliments of
style.
the
This is a
White
magic
Star
map.
Line.
Click on it.
I have
Takes
taken
us
the liberty of indicating your cabin, C-73.
3.
Of course, on a Sunday evening at this hour, there won't be many people out. Will there be anything else?
It's very gauche to be seen out on a Sunday evening. Yeah, what's the electric camel?
The electric camel, an exercise device.
Good for the liver.
They say it is good for the liver. I wouldn't know.
I'm drunk right
It's
now.
located in the gymnasium on the boat deck.
Ship does
on the
have
starboard
everything.
side. That's the right side, in case you had not been informed.
Starboard. And the aft?
Port.
Port.
If you're facing towards the front of the
Port.
ship, the left side is the port side.
Port, starboard. Port and starboard. All right. Oh, PP?
A young lady. A most insistent young lady. Have you unpacked? You'll find your trunk key in your bag on the
I'm
bed.
comfortable about how much you know
If you
about my
require
situation,
additional
Smettles.
assistance, please ring the bell by the door. Good night.
Why is PP? Who is PP? What is PP? Music makes you just want to end it all. Do, 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 do. Guess we got everything. Yeah. I was at a Chinese restaurant once and they played this type of piece of music on loop. It was like a 4-minute piece of classical, depressing piano music, and they wouldn't play anything else. They refused. So let's try our map. So we can head straight to the deck. There's the gymnasium. All right. Let's do it. We talk to some of these randos. Some of these people are just like creepy mannequins that don't necessarily have lines right now. Possibly later. There's the gymnasium. Hold up. Alright, we are outside, up on the deck. How about this? Yeah, we gotta find the room where, Huh? Hello? Sir? It's so creepy the way they walk up to you.
Riviera broke me. Damned Frenchman. What do you want?
Nothing?
Yeah, it's a night, all right. A regular night to remember.
Alright. It's your stereotypical American. It's the aft grand staircase. Alright. Grand staircase. All the way up top. Here's a couple more, I think, people we can't interact with. Although they will generally look at you when you click on them. Not so much there. Second class stairs. Just getting the lay of the ship right now. Well,
Good
look
evening.
good.
Third Officer Morrow here.
Oh,
I am sorry, but this is the officers' promenade. No passengers allowed. You're the second passenger tonight who's been here. A young woman tried to enter the wireless room earlier. Such cheek.
Wireless room.
Probably a suffragette. Regulations forbid passengers from entering the wireless
Uppity
room.
women folk.
Now, good night.
Wireless room. And he's just gonna admonish me again.
Sorry, the wireless room's off limits to passengers.
I like that
No
it's not set
passengers
to be
allowed.
invented for another 80 years. No one can know about it. Actually, that was the great tragedy of the Titanic. They were about to, well, aside from everyone dying, but they were going to share the technology with the rest of the world once it got to America. All right, let's go to the gym. I guess it's just on the other side. Wireless.
Sorry, no passengers on the...
Yeah, so you said, so you said. Boat deck, and I think it was... Here we go. All right, contact.
Glory be. It's about time. You're late.
All right.
Another
Whoa.
5 minutes and I'd have cancelled your mission.
All right, good thing I didn't explore more of the ship.
Yes, I'm
PP.
Pringle. Penny Pringle. From the Bureau
Contact.
of Secret Service. You didn't think they'd plunk you down on this bucket of bolts and millionaires alone, did you?
Okay.
What a botch-up. Some idiot in the War Office booked me into second, not first class. I had a fine time of it, too. The crew wouldn't let me in the first cabin at all. It's just today I located you. Look at this. A German colonel named Zeitel.
No,
He's
that's
inspecting their
Kevin Kline.
embassies in Havana, Washington, and Mexico City.
From a fish named Wanda, I
We know
believe.
better.
A little less hair, but... Asshole!
10
Classic.
days ago, the Bureau got word
Funny
that
movie.
Zeitel has in his possession a priceless copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, stolen 2
Rubaiyat.
months ago in Paris after its purchase by a very highly placed member of His Majesty's government.
It's the Rubaiyat.
The Rubaiyat's a book,
Oh.
a collection of medieval Persian poetry, a passion of his lordship's.
Okay. Didn't need to illustrate. You probably just could have told me that. That's fine.
Poetry. Persians. The German High Command must think it's important enough to have their top man smuggle the lot on board.
Yeah, it's German. If I learn anything from the Indiana Jones series, it's the Germans are obsessed with the superstition, and
It's your job to find out.
it's the
His
creepiest part when they
Lordship's watching
use
this
their
very
hands.
Closely. Very closely indeed. I wouldn't fumble this chance either, unless you fancy spending the rest of your career in some grotty Midlands back office shuffling papers.
Well, that's exactly what happened. What are the Germans up to? How much time you got, Mr. Nobody?
Have you seen the report? In your trunk? On the international situation? I'd jolly well read it if I were you.
Okay.
No. He's with the protégé. Name of Heidelitz, I believe.
Heidelitz.
The two spend a great deal of time in the Café Parisien. Nibbling
Warn about
pastries.
icebergs.
Get into the wireless room. I don't know or
The guy
care
wouldn't let me
how.
in.
Officer Morrow wouldn't let me in. See if Zeitels received or sent any telegrams about the Rubai. You've got a cryptograph in your trunk. It'll unscramble the German codes. You use the brains God gave you. Watch people. Listen. When you find the Rubaiyat, knock on my door.
What are you gonna do in the meantime?
Cabin F, 34. Use the second-class stairs.
All right.
You should be set.
That's the most
Remember,
important question we've
this is
asked
your
all
big
game. What
chance.
cabin are you in?
Don't fail.
All right. I'll try. She's like, now I'm going to use the electric horse, or whatever that thing was called. Where's the thing that's supposed to be good for my liver? It's like the Hunk-O-Matic in Maniac Mansion. Can't be lifting weights without it. Later on.
Try to intercept Zeitel's telegrams. Get inside the wireless. Surely someone on board knows what he's up to. And don't forget the cryptograph in your trunk. It will unscramble the German codes. Most importantly, find the Rubaiyat.
That's code for I'm just going to eat some of the filet mignon and chill out in my room. Such an unnecessary animation to put into the game, but I love it. Alright. So there's a lot of mini games in this game, so this is kind of important to learn how to, or know how to do. Alright. My well-animated hands. Alright, can we go down? Ish. Cargo hold. Yeah, this is where I get to hold Kate Winslet up. I was gonna say, yeah, we gotta find the room where Lucky Leo painted her. Definitely had a crush on Kate Winslet when I was a kid because of that movie. Alright. Still gotta find Georgia. Purser's office. Second class stairs. The Turkish bath. It's a big ship. I'm sure we'll be on G deck eventually. You know how these games go. That's Penny's cabin, as she said. I like that it shows us where we are too. Forecastle deck, the poop deck. So as you can tell, there's not like free control over where we're going. We're very kind of locked in.
Sorry, this section's awfully... Passengers aren't allowed on the... Officer Morrow's in no mood to accommodate passengers right now. He's misplaced his binoculars, and he's in a right proper state about it. Off with you now.
Binoculars, you say? See if we don't find those throughout our adventuring. Back in time. Here she is.
You came after all this time. It's Georgia. I'd heard you on board. Where have you been?
It's detained.
It's been 5 years. I'd have waited a lot longer to see you again. Why didn't you
I
tell
don't
me
know if that's
where
a compliment
you'd
or
gone?
not.
Dina hadn't a clue, nor did Jack. My letters were returned. Just like you to show up now.
Do I have a family I should know
with
about?
everything Such a beastly mess. You must help me. You've no doubt heard the rumors. I won't deny most of them. I can't.
Definitely need the leadership Larry. Yeah, baby,
Even
sounds.
if the money's gone, I won't give the diamonds to Charles. These are all that remains. My insurance for a new life without Charles or Sasha.
You'd have to fill in a lot of gaps.
Sasha, the owner of the Barbican Gallery. We're friends, of a sort. He's sailing on the Titanic,
It's very
taking some
fashionable in
paintings to New York to
1914.
sell. Please, I mustn't talk any longer. Take it. Take the necklace. It's my only chance now. Keep it for me. And don't tell Charles you have it. You can't know what he's like.
Alright, we gotta figure out how to
Come
get in.
here.
Huh? What? Excuse me? Oh, this
Don't
guy
you love
again.
the sea air?
Ugh.
Really clears out the sinuses. Max Seidelman.
Just clear your vowels? What was that
PA.
face?
Buyer for Haymaker's department
Max
store.
Seidelman.
The Sharpie of Spruce Street, they call me.
Do they?
You a sporting type? You look like the sporting type. Come on down to the smoking room for a nightcap. Riviera's looking for someone to play a few hands of blackjack with him. What do you say? Not much else to do. Not tonight.
Is that a come on in 1940,
Cold as a
1914?
cast
You
iron
look like the
commode.
sporting
So,
type.
What do you say?
You sound like a card sharp.
If that's the way you're gonna be, don't bother. Sheesh, just trying to be friendly. Some people. Look, I'm really not... Change your mind? Here you go. An old red. Only brand I smoke. Let's
Only
hit the
brand I
cafe.
don't.
What do you say? Too bad. I could have introduced you to a man named... Oh well. Another time perhaps.
Seidel.
Good night.
Hold on. Don't be hasty, friend. Alright, stay right there. Hold on. Alright, he's not paying attention. Okay, he is.
Sorry, the wireless room's off limits to passengers.
Care for a drink? There we go.
Yes, very calm.
So, oh man, we love our secret codes, don't we?
No moon. I don't like that. Can't see what's coming.
That's true.
No moon means surprises, as if we don't have enough already.
Did you ever think about putting a
Mr.
light on the
Ismay,
front of the
The
Titanic?
White Star Line's president's on board. We're walking eggshells round him, I tell you. Though that's nothing compared to the creeping about my brother-in-law's doing at the... His entire London office is in an uproar.
What uproar?
Tom works in the Admiralty. Seems our plans for troop deployments against Germany disappeared 3 weeks ago. Tom says the big boys are petrified the Jerrys will get wind of it. Could upset the balance of power. Politics. Desktop espionage. Bureaucrats. Pah, give me the sea. You can toss the rest.
It's most of the planet. Don't care much for bureaucrats.
Never have. Not since the war.
Which war? Lucky you survived. And yeah, which war are we talking about?
South Africa.
Oh.
Boer War. The
Boer
officer was a drinker. He was drunk when they trapped us out on the veldt. On a moonless night. It was a massacre. We never saw them coming. Drink always leads to the devil.
No wonder moonless nights make you
An
jumpy.
interesting connection. For all I know, it could be true. A man's got his troubles. Sick child, being away from home. But I hate whiners and apologizers. Well, thank you for your insight.
Alright, now that we've chatted for a bit, I think this
Have
will...
a look, why don't you?
There you go.
Mind you, Phillips will have my head if he catches you in there. but I don't see any harm. Go on in.
Then I literally don't care what he does to your head. I don't know about the ocean plopping sound every time that we go into this menu. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.